Welcome to Movie Screen. Today we are presenting a movie based on real incidents. It's full of action and never been seen before funny situations. This movie is the most unrealistic real story you are ever going to watch. It's about three incredible bodybuilders: Daniel Lugo, the lethal manipulator; Adrian Dorwall, the sidekick; and Paul Doyle, the crazy beast. But he's also a Jesus guy. The story presents the events happen in Miami, Florida. Daniel Lugo is a big believer in fitness and a little too proud of his dope pectoral muscles. Works as a personal trainer at Sun Gym in Miami. Yeah, right. He does take the term personal trainer personally, which is why he's more than motivated for pumping muscles. His pal Adrian looks up to him for achieving his goals in life. The movie begins with an amazing voiceover as Lugo enters the gym. He keeps an eye out for new people to scout for the gym. One day, a new member, Victor Pepe Kershaw, a wealthy businessman who is loaded with money, joins the gym. He was tired of clients patting him on the back after workouts. He wanted more, as he didn't want to wear sweatpants to work even when he's 40. He attends one seminar by Johnny Wu to boost his morale and learn how to be more successful. Johnny Wu is one hell of a speaker, and boy, it did help him learn a few things about a three-finger plan. He wanted to be a doer, already frustrated enough by being broke and not being able to pay bills on time. He wanted to live the American dream. He wanted others to see him as he saw himself. He then made a plan to get rid of his broke ass situation. He plans to take Victor's money by kidnapping him. Adrian, after listening to this idea, was taken back. But for his friend Lugo, he would pull all kinds of gangster shit. Pull off a plan of this intensity, they needed another executive. Lucky enough for them, Paul, recently released from the prison, came to the gym looking for a job. He became friends with Daniel as he's always motivating Paul about his self improvement. They started hanging out together, and one night in a bar, Daniel meets an exotic dancer named Serena Luminita. Now, all they needed was weapons to shock and incapacitate Victor. They go to an arms and weapons store, and after several failed attempts, however, in a stupid funny way, they shocks Victor with tasers and takes him to a warehouse. They just needed to scare Victor and get his money and set him free. But Kershaw was a tough nut to crack. They beat the crap out of him. He was blindfolded, electrocuted, beaten with sex toys, and was hung like dry cleaning, and was finally convinced enough to sign all his money, including his house, to them. Now they plan to kill him. They drug him up, run him over by a car, but as fate would have it, he survived and was hospitalized. Police officers came to see him at the hospital, and meanwhile, the trio, after sharing the money they got, they were living in Kershaw's house, giving lessons to kids about how important physical fitness is in life. Kids loved that guy. Erectile dysfunction, got his treatment, and married the nurse. Even bought a big ass bungalow to live in. They started to burn through money faster than they acquired it. Victor, defeating death with all his muscles and bones broken, decides to hire a retired private detective Ed to help him. And by the time Lugo with the old school ballers Doyle and Dorwell came to know that Kershaw made it out alive, they decide to kill him again. But on Ed's advice, Victor got out safe. He joins the gym and started to dig more about them. Paul Doyle, being a loose ball in the trio, started doing too much coke and ran out of money. Snatching money bags from a bank security, unfortunately gets shot and loses one thumb on his foot. He goes on looking for Lugo straight to Adrian's, who just got married and was having his reception. He met Frank through Serena and later became associates. He tells Lugo that Frank got millions and he wanted they conned him. Danny was not interested. Victor, on the other hand, called at the Sun Gym, surprising John. He told him that he wants all his money back. Pissed off, John goes to Lugo and tells him that. They try to kill Kershaw again. The trio reaches the motel looking for Victor, where Lugo finds that his new client was paying for Victor's room. They go over Ed's house, but when they see police cars, they jump in the water yelling mission abort. He calls Paul and decides to move in that porn king and steal his money. Invite him and his wife over to Adrian's house just to hang out and talk. Then he talks to Frank alone, not highly impressed with his business skills, even calls him an amateur, punches Frank in the face. Frank tries to fight back, but Lugo flips him. The weights on the bench press in the room falls over Frank killing him on the spot. Was shocked and starts screaming. Daniel asks her the safe combination. Paul and Daniel rush to Frank's house to collect whatever they could from the safe, but couldn't open the safe as the combination was wrong. If this wasn't enough trouble, Adrian, freaking out on the other hand, saw the woman running, gave her another tranquilizer, which killed her. The trio loads the body in the van and takes them to the same warehouse. Out of their fucking minds and trying to clean up all their mess, they dispose the bodies by cutting off their hands so the police can ID them. The stolen race dog of Kershaw ran to the track. His trainer called the police and they start investigating. Police, on the other hand, go straight to look for them. Adrian was at his home and Paul was at the church repenting. They were caught easily. Lugo, on the other hand, had managed to get away taking Kershaw's boat, saw him and crashes Lugo in the wall, helping police to catch him, bringing Lugo back to the US. And now Lugo and Dorwell were sentenced, guy wanting the American dream and willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it.